because I'm down there and I'm looking at them because I'm so low, and I come up, I feel it's my advantage because they can't see most of my punches coming. I get a lot of leverage from my punches, and it doesn't matter if I punch up or straight or down or around. I have good leverage.
Mike Tyson was able to fight almost anybody. Fighters his size would be knocked out quick. But if he went up against opponents who were bigger than him, a brutal death match would occur, with both opponents fighting to kill each other, but only one would remain standing. And that was Iron Mike Tyson. In this video, we'll reveal his fights where he proved size doesn't matter. When he fought Joe Ribalta, a monster with a height of almost 7 feet, Tyson was considered a dead man because of his tiny height compared to Ribalta. But something else happened that many didn't expect, not even Tyson. In 1986, the boxing world was buzzing about Mike Tyson, a young, powerful fighter who had already shown an unmatched intensity in the ring. Known as Iron Mike, Tyson had built a reputation as a knockout artist, a fighter who could end a match within seconds if he saw the right opening. Fans loved his aggressive style and explosive power, and his fights were must-see events. But in Joe Ribalta, Tyson would face a different kind of opponent, someone who wouldn't go down so easily and would make Tyson fight longer and harder than he ever had before. Ribalta had a reputation for being a tough guy in the ring. He had taken punches from skilled fighters before, and he had shown time and time again that he could absorb punishment like few others. Ribalta wasn't just another opponent for Tyson. He was there to challenge him, to stand his ground, and to prove that he could hold his own against this rising star. The fight took place on August 17, 1986, and the crowd was excited to see if Ribalta could do what no one else had done yet: withstand Tyson's onslaught and maybe even take him into the later rounds. As the bell rang, Ribalta seemed confident. He knew Tyson's reputation, but he believed he could handle the young knockout artist. From the start, Ribalta used his height and reach, keeping Tyson at arm's length by jabbing at him, hoping to keep him from closing the distance. This strategy worked for a while, as Tyson tried to find openings, dodging and weaving, trying to get closer to land his own punches.
Tyson, he said, I don't mean to take anything away from Tillis, but pretty good move by Ribalta. He was able to tie up Mike Tyson. Ribalta has to keep those hands up at all times.
But Tyson was not one to stay on the outside for long. Known for his peekaboo style, where he would duck, dodge, and get close, Tyson's agility was one of his greatest strengths. He quickly found a way past Ribalta's jabs and began landing punches. Tyson's speed and power were on full display as he started to break through Ribalta's defense with quick, powerful combinations. Tyson's punches weren't just quick, they were brutal, each one aimed at weakening his opponent, bit by bit. As the fight moved into the middle rounds, it became clear that this was not going to be a quick knockout. Ribalta showed remarkable toughness, absorbing hit after hit from Tyson without going down.
Mike Tyson is inviting. And there was an uppercut. What a shot.
Fans were surprised to see Ribalta still standing. Many had expected Tyson to win in the first few rounds. But Ribalta had other plans. He wanted to make it a fight, and he wasn't backing down. Tyson continued his relentless attack, pressing forward with powerful body shots and uppercuts. But Ribalta refused to be intimidated. He took punch after punch, staggering at times, but always staying on his feet, fighting back with whatever energy he could muster. Each time he looked like he might go down, Ribalta would find a way to steady himself and keep going. It was clear he had a strong fighting spirit and a tremendous will to withstand Tyson's force. As the rounds went on, the crowd became more and more invested in the fight. They could see the determination on both sides, Tyson refusing to ease up on the attack and Ribalta refusing to give up. It was a test of endurance, not just skill. The fight had turned into a battle of wills, with Tyson's unyielding offense meeting Ribalta's unbreakable defense.
Yeah, because unlike Tillis or Green, as you mentioned, Ribalta is staying in the fight.
By the 8th round, Ribalta was visibly exhausted. His face showed the effects of Tyson's punches, and he was struggling to keep up his defense. But his heart kept him in the fight. Ribalta was determined to go the distance, to prove that he could last against one of the hardest-hitting fighters in the world. Tyson, on the other hand, was getting frustrated. He was used to ending fights quickly, and Ribalta's resilience was pushing him to a level he hadn't had to reach before. In the ninth round, Tyson sensed that he might be able to end the fight. He launched a series of powerful combinations, targeting Ribalta's body and head with everything he had. Each punch landed with a force that echoed through the arena, and the crowd was on its feet, sensing that the fight could end at any moment. But once again, Ribalta managed to hold on, refusing to let Tyson finish him off.
Oh, another big left hand. Oh, his legs. And he's out. He's really out.
Finally, in the 10th round, Tyson's relentless pressure proved to be too much. After absorbing more punishment than most fighters could endure, Ribalta was knocked down. The referee stopped the fight, awarding Tyson a victory by technical knockout.
That's a fighter. And that's it. I want to say that there's no way Ribalta can win.
The crowd erupted, celebrating Tyson's win, but they also showed their respect for Ribalta, who had given one of the toughest performances of his career. Ribalta had earned Tyson's respect as well, showing that he was not just another fighter, but a true warrior in the ring. For Tyson, the fight with Ribalta was more than just another win. It was a valuable experience that taught him the importance of patience and endurance. Up until that point, Tyson had won many of his fights quickly, ending them with a single punch or combination. But against Ribalta, he had to fight through 10 grueling rounds, learning that sometimes victory requires not just power, but perseverance. This fight helped to shape Tyson's career, preparing him for future battles where he would face opponents who could stand up to his power and push him to his limits. One opponent who really pushed the limits and almost ended Tyson was Ruddock. The fierce rivalry between Mike Tyson and Donovan Ruddock is one of the most thrilling chapters in heavyweight boxing history. These two powerhouses clashed in the ring at a time when boxing was filled with incredible talent and fierce competition. Their matches weren't just fights, they were epic battles between a deadly 6-foot monster and his prey. Tyson, known for his lightning-fast punches and fierce power, faced Ruddock, a boxer famous for his devastating left hook, the smash. Their encounters were pivotal moments that tested Tyson's resilience and showcased Ruddock's fierce determination. Leading up to their first fight, fans were buzzing with excitement and anticipation. Mike Tyson, once the youngest heavyweight champion in history, had an intimidating reputation. Known for his speed, skill, and knockout power, he was a force to be reckoned with. Meanwhile, Donovan Ruddock was already established as a hard-hitting contender, famous for his smash left hook, which had stopped many of his previous opponents in their tracks. The prospect of these two meeting in the ring set the boxing world on fire with excitement.
Tied up. I didn't know at the time that my leg was tied up, but I thought I slipped because I sure didn't feel anything on my chin.
Mike, in your opinion, was it a legitimate knockdown?
No, it wasn't a legitimate knockdown, but I take anything he gave me. I mean, he gave me a knockdown, Ruddock knockdown, I was happy.
Okay, now, in the next...
As the date of their first fight drew closer, fans and boxing experts speculated about the outcome. Would Tyson's ferocity and skill be enough to withstand the power of Ruddock's punches? Or would Ruddock's resilience and incredible strength be the key to victory? Both fighters had everything to gain and a lot to lose, making the atmosphere surrounding the fight even more intense. When Tyson and Ruddock finally met in the ring, it was a clash of two titans. The opening bell marked the beginning of one of the most brutal encounters in heavyweight history. Tyson, always known for his aggressive style, started the fight with his trademark explosiveness, looking for an early knockout. However, Ruddock stood his ground, determined not to let Tyson overwhelm him. In the first few rounds, Tyson displayed his classic style, aggressive, swift, and relentless. He moved in close, landing powerful punches and showing off his fast footwork. But Ruddock was not intimidated. He weathered Tyson's attacks, looking for the right moment to land his smash left hook. Each time Tyson got close, Ruddock countered with heavy blows that shook the crowd and showcased his incredible power. As the fight progressed, Tyson's aggression was met with equal determination from Ruddock. While Tyson landed multiple clean shots, Ruddock absorbed the punishment and kept coming back, refusing to back down. This created a fierce back-and-forth dynamic as Tyson unleashed combinations, only to be met with Ruddock's counterattacks. The intensity of the fight was palpable, with both men displaying their grit and endurance.
Down little by little. Whoa, nice right hand by Tyson. Oh, what a right hand!
In the end, Tyson won the fight by a unanimous decision, but it was clear that Ruddock had left a lasting impression. His ability to withstand Tyson's punches and keep fighting until the end earned him a lot of respect from fans and critics alike. The fight had been a true test for Tyson, who realized that Ruddock was one of the toughest opponents he'd ever faced. After their first encounter, Tyson and Ruddock both knew that their rivalry was far from over. Tyson, although victorious, understood the challenge Ruddock had presented and recognized his power and resilience. Ruddock, on the other hand, was hungry for a rematch. He felt that he had more to prove and was determined to face Tyson again, believing he could do even better in a second fight. In the months following the fight, both men trained with a renewed sense of purpose. Ruddock focused on refining his skills, aiming to make adjustments that would give him an advantage if he got another chance to fight Tyson. Tyson, too, recognized the need to stay sharp and prepared for whatever Ruddock would bring in a rematch. Their rivalry had become personal, with both fighters eager to prove who was truly superior in the ring. When the rematch between Tyson and Ruddock was announced, fans couldn't contain their excitement. This time, the stakes felt even higher. Ruddock was determined to prove that he could overcome Tyson, while Tyson was equally motivated to show that his previous victory had been no fluke. Both fighters entered the ring with a clear focus and an intense drive to win. The rematch was even more brutal than their first fight. Tyson came out strong, aiming to control the fight from the beginning. His speed and aggression were on full display as he moved in close, landing powerful combinations. However, Ruddock once again demonstrated his resilience and refused to back down. He matched Tyson's intensity, firing back with powerful punches, including his signature left hook, which he hoped would be the game-changer in the fight. As the fight went on, both fighters endured incredible punishment. Tyson's combinations landed with precision, but Ruddock absorbed the blows and continued to press forward, landing heavy shots of his own. Each round was filled with intense exchanges, as neither man was willing to give an inch. The atmosphere in the arena was electric, with fans on the edge of their seats, witnessing a battle of wills as much as a battle of fists.
Yeah, there goes the mouthpiece. Fourth round. Oh, tremendous uppercut by Donovan.
In the later rounds, the fight reached a turning point. Tyson, always a master of timing and distance, saw an opening and capitalized on it. He landed a series of sharp punches that visibly shook Ruddock. Although Ruddock tried to rally, Tyson's relentless attack began to wear him down. By this point, both fighters were exhausted, but Tyson's precision and conditioning gave him the edge.
Time to start his offensive.
Despite the punishment he took, Ruddock remained defiant, refusing to give up. His determination was evident, and he kept coming forward, even as Tyson continued to land powerful shots. However, the combination of Tyson's speed, power, and relentless pressure ultimately proved too much for Ruddock to overcome. As the fight entered the final rounds, it was clear that Tyson was in control. Ruddock, though visibly worn out, fought on with incredible heart. Each time Tyson landed a powerful punch, Ruddock would respond with one of his own, showing his fighting spirit until the very end. When the final bell rang, both fighters had given everything they had, but it was up to the judges to decide who won.
They both hit each other low. Well, I thought it might be a little closer, but Mike Tyson.
Now, to continue watching more of Tyson's epic fights, click this video on screen.